give it Sunday.
That's money on the track, yeah.
I can touch down in your end zone. I can bring a Super Bowl chip home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sunday OJ. This is episode 3, of season 4. But before we do anything, if you've been on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck they want to call it now, Instagram, anywhere, the news has broke that Bray Wyatt has passed away at age 36. Just want to send our condolences, prayers, and thoughts to the family. You know, you only get one life. Live it. Chase your passions and your dreams. You know, being a huge wrestling fan, I'm definitely gutted. I feel horrible. Any thoughts from either of my co-hosts?
Man, you know, we was expecting that Bray Wyatt comeback very soon. And I was super hyped about it because, you know, Bray is one of the, with the theme. It's the guy that actually got me back into wrestling because I had fell off for a while. The storylines weren't the best. I felt like the talent wasn't the best. But the theme was just different, man. He reminded me of, like, he brought that fear that Kane had brought when you first saw him. And it was like, oh, man, this is different. And plus, you already know it's Bray Wyatt from the Wyatt family, so he was already cool as fuck regardless. But, man, that shit sucked, bro. You know, it's one of my favorites, man, of the new generation. And he was only 36. You know, man, no parent should have to go through that, bury their child, man. That shit sucks, bro. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, man, for sure.
But I don't watch wrestling, so but that's crazy. 36 years old, that's still young man. All I can say is get your cardio in, eat healthy, and live.
That's a fact. You definitely got to live. So one time we're just gonna give him an air horn, man, because we just gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna leave that there. So the first thing we're gonna talk about while Uzman comes back. You know, OG, we always dabble in FanDuel a little bit. And the news has broke that, you know, ESPN has acquired what is supposed to be Barstool, and they're supposed to be retooling the Barstool app, or they're going to create their own gambling sports book alongside of Barstool. What do you make of that? Do you think there's too much going on with sports gambling? Do you think that, you know, ESPN being a sports network, they shouldn't get involved with it? Or what are your general thoughts about a new sports book being created for sports gambling?
I definitely think that because they're a sports network, because they're a sports network, it probably make it better. They have a better experience probably for the fans who actually bet. Um, it's just gonna be tough because ESPN is like it's really huge. I think there's too much betting going on anyway. I think it's becoming nationwide or worldwide, and it's becoming a bad habit for a lot of us folks that that gamble on FanDuel or DraftKings or anything that they can gamble with.
Yeah, I think right now there's already too many sports books. You know, for myself, like I use FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet365, Caesar sometimes. I was on Barstool, I don't use it as much no more. BetMGM, Prize Picks.
Wait, you bet on all these? You bet on
I
all
don't,
these?
not every single day, you know, so I'm more disciplined to where I don't have money on every single one unless like the odds are ridiculous and I have to go bet it there. You know what I'm saying? As Smitty and Undisputed, good to see you guys. Thank you guys for coming by. And appreciate you too, Fitski. We're going to talk about you a little bit too later on in the show. But I do, and I bring it to you, Ooze. We were talking about the sports gambling, and you know ESPN is making another book.
Thumbs up.
Chill. You know how ESPN's making a second sports book next to Barstool as they've been acquired with the Penn organization. So overall, do you think there's too many sports books, or what do you make of the overall sports gambling situations?
I don't think it's too many sports books because you can't fault a business for being lucrative, right?
I like
the
that.
problem is that it affects the players. And I don't think anybody can disagree with the fact that the sports gambling affects the players. Even David Lillard spoke on it. It's kind of ruining the game. Players can't play their game if you're expecting Jaylen Brown to give you 26 points every night. That's not realistic. Then he don't do it, your parlay fail, and he suck.
Well, Jaylen Brown can't go left no way. Shouldn't have got their money, but you know, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Just gonna throw my shot now.
I used him because he got paid, and he's a good two-way player. He's a good example to use, man. I didn't want to use somebody like Ben Simmons because that's too easy. Yeah, you know, but as far as sports gambling goes, man, I believe that you kind of take advantage of the fact that it's a one-click thing. Most of the people who sports gamble never step in the casino or wouldn't even know how to talk to a bookie. But then you giving them the ability to just bet on shit with the click of a finger, and all you gotta do is ask the homie what's going on. That's good money, but it's bad for the game because
But
guys that don't even know what's going on getting mad when freaking LeBron can't give you 30. And
but
you know,
there's been sports gambling though. You just say it's ruined. I mean, you had
bro,
the
but
referee betting on game.
It's
it wasn't
magnified now is the
it wasn't
problem.
yeah, it wasn't a public 11 million in
Yeah, I mean,
sports
because
gambling
Michael
in
Jordan
1
had the
year.
gambling problem as an actual athlete, and then when you look at the rest of it, I think the ultimate problem with gambling in sports too is that some of the players being involved with it takes it a little too far. You know what I mean? And you said it best though. You know, business is lucrative, and sports gambling, unfortunately, is a business. Kevin Durant's boardroom, for example, like Kevin Durant has so many different entrepreneurships, and his hand is in everything, especially now with like medical marijuana and things. So he has a hand in gambling as an NBA player. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. You out here dropping 30, 40 points a night, and you out here as one of the people who investing in sports gambling, but then if the fans control you, you can get on your burner and talk shit all day. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a loophole for Kevin Durant though.
Yeah, it's wicked. You know what I mean? It's very wicked. OG, any other thoughts on it? Because you did make some good points. I like that.
Well, the only side NFL's been making it look bad though because a lot of the players been getting suspended for sports gambling, betting on themselves. I mean, and from that aspect, of that point of view, I can understand why it's getting out of hand. But like, betting's been betting since when if you're going through an underground bookie, it's been that betting's it like Scream just said, it's just magnified now that that a girl or a man who doesn't even know about sports can bet on it and bet LeBron because they know his name 25 points, and if he don't, the player gets hate. I think with sports betting, I think that GOAT conversation kind of like it kind of like watered down. Like any conversation of who's the best and who's not the best, because now with sports gambling, you can easily say somebody sucks and they're great. Like stat wise, it just messes up like that kind of talk.
And that's what I was saying. It ruins the game, but you can also argue that it ruins the game from a financial standpoint because if a dude isn't getting the same love he was getting because he's not scoring as well as he normally could for one season in a career, he's not having the best career. Now that ruins what? His All NBA. What does that ruin? His money. But who's making money? Like the same guys are still making money, but the players feel the players feel like, and multiple players have said this. The players feel like it's ruining the game because you can't come out there and play your game. You have to play towards the parlay, bro. You have to. You think they don't know? You think they're not looking at it? You think they don't have it on their phone? They may not use it, but they know their averages. They know their
come out
over
with their
under.
statistics because they're chasing greatness, number one, and they're chasing other people to be better than other people. You know, the NBA used to be competitive to a point where if two guys had to play the last game to win the scoring title, they gonna play that same night.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
And that's
now what's
100%
happening-
fact.
But now what's happening is, and this is a different topic anyway. Load management is a thing. Certain coaches don't let certain players play certain games, even though the rules tell you when it's a televised game, you kind of gotta play. And Jason Tatum said it best, like, why would I not want to go out here and be a warrior every single day? This is what I grinded my whole life for. Why are you taking games off? Like, if you Braun, I understand you older, your body matters for the playoffs type deal. Cool, but everybody else is like, y'all ain't Braun age, y'all not Braun at all. You should be playing. Like, I feel
what?
like.
I want to
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Because I just want to say, because I don't think sports betting is killing the game. I think it's actually some of these actual players that's killing the game, and the way the direction the game went. Like you just saying, like it was more competitive back in the day. Now I just think that I think a lot of players is for self, and they don't care about accolades. Like look at for example, James Harden. Even though he won an MVP and stuff, I don't really think he
He
cares
only
about
care
a
about his
championship.
money, bro. He does not care about winning a championship.
But the thing
And
is,
that's what I'm saying.
you don't even have to use James Harden. You can use a young guy like John Morant or any of the young guys because they got paid and they haven't even really done anything outside of make us say, "Wow, he's hard, he's tough," but
Nah,
they
but John
haven't really
Morant, John
done
Morant's
anything.
skillfully good though. John Morant's skillfully good.
No,
Though. We can't.
that's not my point though. He is raw. He's filthy. He's raw. But my point is when it comes to what you said and certain players they get paid before they even do anything. So what's the point of me playing hard? I already got money. Now I'm just out here playing the
Yeah,
hoop.
and that
Like,
is some of their
what are we
mentality,
fighting for?
but that's what
I don't need a
separates
championship.
that's what
That's what they
separates
saying.
the elite from the good. That's what separates the
Exactly.
superstar from a star. And
Exactly.
to our
Yeah.
next point, which is what we're going to segue into it, that's what separates people like Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Becky Hammond as Hall of Famers. The NBA Hall of Fame class of 2023 just went in. I'm not sure who else went in with those three. Ooze, I'll let you lead the way a little bit more with that.
Yeah, it was definitely who was it? It was Tony Parker, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, how did I forget him?
And
He was nasty.
yeah, and then obviously their head coach, bro.
Oh yeah, Pop.
Obviously Greg Pop. So I mean, when you look at the Hall of Fame class, it's hard to say it's one of the best ones in a while, but I'm a little biased because Dirk is my favorite player of all time, bro. And you talk about a guy that don't take time off, grinded from day one all the way to his championship, never asked for help, never did any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Today, Dirk would be getting 300 million in his prime.
No question.
Question.
Dirk is what Chris
But
Stapps was
that's an
supposed
example.
to be.
Dwayne Wade is another example. What tell Braun got to Miami, that's out of his control, but they wanted to win together. But Dwayne Wade is another guy, grinded it out his whole career. He was different to ironically beat Dirk in his third season. But grinded it out, bro.
I'm about to piss y'all off real quick, and Chet, I'm about to piss y'all off too. Who was the third best shooting guard of all time?
Third
You don't want
best
me to
shooting
answer.
guard is Dwayne Wade.
I
It's
mean,
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade.
yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. Even though I
just want to cause controversy because I know somebody out there gonna say Allen Iverson. I know they are. And
I was going to say that. I was going to be the guy, but I was like, I can't play over Wade, man.
I gotta cause
just
controversy. That's
championship.
why I'm here. I'm the controversial one, man.
That's a wild name. I mean, I say
AI
that's
was
why I
cute.
I mean, it's what it is, man. He's the ooze.
AI was cute, but he
Bro,
wasn't number
I
three.
mean, they must be kids. They don't know about Ivan Ooze, bro. You don't know about Ivan Ooze?
Wait, not forget all that. What did you just say, OG?
I said AI was cute, but he ain't them three.
Nah,
like,
see, he repeated it. Yeah, you're bold. All right.
What you mean?
got
What
it,
you
my
mean? He was
G.
cute? Like his game was cute, or what are you talking about?
No, we know
Yeah,
he
his
mean
game
that,
was-
but he from New York. You got to say
game was-
pause and stuff like that. You know, come on now.
his game was pretty, but yeah, he ain't them three.
If
Dwayne
we had
Wade
said that,
did
we'd be
something
getting paused
else.
to death right now. We'd be getting trolled out of
Yeah,
this
you can't
world.
say
You
bro
know what's
game.
crazy?
You can't say he
Real
cute, though.
Dwayne Wade had a LeBron James game, but he was just smaller version of him, and that's what's crazy. But he had more
He
heart,
was all
and he had
around,
more
though.
heart.
I don't believe he had a LeBron James game, but
I
He
can
was
see
just
why you
smaller.
said that.
I would just say they both are really good all around at their position. Like they can do everything at their position, which is
You
what
know
you
what I
want
mean,
out
like,
of a player.
he-
They have
yeah.
every in the MLB. You call it a utility player, because they can do everything. They can field, they can pitch, they can hit, they can do everything. So it's the same.
Remember?
In the NBA.
Oh, you know who we? I
Remember.
don't mean to cut y'all off, but this is definitely worth cutting y'all off. We definitely forgot Pau Gasol.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
yeah,
So I
Big
was
Pal.
gonna mention him after this because y'all remember Dwayne Wade's game win over Baron Davis when he was in the Heat? Yeah,
Yeah.
the Eastern the playoffs.
That
yeah.
take was tough.
That was sweet. Yep,
That was tough.
right over in free throw. Bow. Yeah, that's when I became a Dwayne Wade fan. That was beautiful.
No, Dwayne Wade cold, but him and LeBron don't play the same at all.
But I just want to say this for my man Fisky though. Dwayne Wade is not better than my man Paul Pierce.
Oh my!
definitely
Shut
is.
up.
He
Shut
definitely is
up.
better than Paul. He's not better than Paul Pierce. He's definitely better than Paul. And Paul Pierce was a dog too.
I hate to
But
say this
Dwayne
'cause
Wade was
I
a
like
better
Paul Pierce,
two-way
but
player.
Paul Pierce is the most disrespected Hall of Famer because of what he says out his own mouth. Do you know this
Yeah, he be
man on a
wild.
podcast with KG? I watched it the other day. He said DeAndre Ayton needs to become a 3-and-D big man in order to get touches in the Phoenix offense now that he's the fourth option. He said there's no
what?
room for you to be in the post being a 7-footer. That's not your game no more. Go sit on the 3-point line and learn how to shoot a 3.
Which kind of makes sense though because you got 3 drivers. So what he's saying is like don't clog the paint, let these drives.
The other 3 people is going to drive and shoot or drive and kick. So you got to go learn how to shoot and get out the post way. But
And
the
it's
post
true.
game still. But the post game still matters. Jokic just went crazy in the post, and I'm not saying Ayton is Jokic before anybody go crazy. I ain't saying
But
he's
we
even
talk-
remotely close to
we
that
talking-
man.
You talk about Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. That's on your team.
And I'm saying that if any of them get double, DeAndre Ayton can cut from the 3-point line. I will agree with that. I'm not telling him to. He's not Miles Turner. He's not a knockdown 3-point shooter. Will he become that? I don't think
But
so.
I don't think you're respecting him from deep at all, though. So you're
That's
not
why
even
he
gonna
has to
have
get
to
better
drop
at it.
down too hard. You don't even have to hard hedge on the drive. You're already gonna be there. The thing is, you give him a late contest because you letting that happen.
That's facts.
Well, the center position is dying like the running back position. I guess
I
we
don't
could
think this in
segue.
a position dying. I think it's I don't think it's
Jesus.
dying. I think it's being revitalized.
No. Speaking
What?
of that, that
It's
gives
in a
us to our
position it's
third
being
point, though.
revitalized.
That gets us to our third point, which is the money situation in the NFL versus the NBA. You say the center position is dying as well as the running back position in the NFL, which leads to, a question of, who do you think is more overpaid, NFL players or NBA players?
NBA players times 10.
Baseball players.
That's fair too.
You know what? Just for that.
That's fair too.
That's a very fair point. We definitely can't leave that out. We go to all sports. Baseball, there's no
Bro,
reason Mike
10
Trout is getting.
years, 500 mil? Like,
There's
what
no
the
reason
fuck?
Mike Trout is getting $300 million right now to sit on IR because his hand is in a boo boo. No, bro.
And
You're
that
Mike
was going to be
Trout.
my exact reason. Like, these
This is
guys, I mean, you got football players getting their asses beat and can't even get a guaranteed contract. But then you got NBA
Jason
players who
Kelsey
look
out here
better
punching
off
rookies in
the
the
floor.
face, and dude can't get a guaranteed contract. That's
Yeah, but then you
crazy.
got NBA players who don't even play, like Ben Simmons, the aforementioned Ben Simmons, don't even play. And when he does play, don't want to do anything but just be on the court to say he a hooper, but getting paid what? He's old. He's old, like 35 mil a season.
I'm sorry with the Ben Simmons thing, bro. I can never forgive him for that layup in the playoffs. You are at the rim.
That's
you're
my exact
6'10"
point, bro.
You're 6'10" and you're at the rim, and you pass the ball.
Bro, think he Rondo. Like, bro, go up.
That's sickening, man.
I'll say this though: NBA and baseball representation, like whatever they do at the unions, is way better than the NFL.
Definitely way better.
Whatever's going on in them NFL union meetings, them players are either going for self or they're not discussing. I don't know. I haven't read up on that.
So
I'm just saying
I can
it
tell
seems like they're
you
not.
the NBA part. The NBA part is because they rework that TV deal almost every 3 years, and the CBAs are 10 years long. So they're really not having to change. How do I say this? The way the CBA works with the NBA, whenever they get a TV deal or more money out of it, it disperses more money to the salary cap due to inflation, which is why the salary cap go up like 5 to 10 million a year. So right. NBA teams get more money to pay more people, which is why a Jaylen Brown, I think 5 years ago, the highest contract was like what, 258 million? Was Russell Westbrook, right? Something of that nature. And then now you at $305 million only 5 years later. That's a $50 million spike for somebody who you could argue is not better than Russell Westbrook 5 years ago.
And on top of that, I was about to say on top of that,
he's not better than Jason Tatum. How you getting more money than the best player on the team?
Tatum got paid first.
Yeah, Tatum already got paid, so it's going to keep going up as years go on. So next time Tatum will get more.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
that's where it comes in. Like, that's crazy. He got 300 million, but somebody like I'm gonna just bring his name. JT can't get a contract for doing what he did. Like,
and that's my only thing. I just need the contracts to be guaranteed. I understand that NBA players are by default going to get paid more than NFL players because NFL players have higher insurance policies. They have equipment. They have all of this. And on top of that, it's a 53-man roster compared to 15. And the guys that nobody talks about. The G League, they only get about 30. The best player in the G League only get like 30 grand a year. So, yeah. So when it comes to that, I understand why the players get more. But my thing is still the guarantee. Because you got in the NFL, you got these guys putting their bodies on the line for your franchise. The least you can do is give them a guaranteed contract. It doesn't even have to. I would sacrifice the amount for it to be guaranteed. I would sacrifice the amount, especially if I live in a state that's tax free.
Factuals.
If I'm all these young kids, right, that's playing running back, I'm learning how to catch.
Yes.
I am learning how to catch the ball. I'm learning how to run routes as well as do my running back thing. Because being a traditional running back is not going to get you paid. It's going to get you in the league for 2 years and out the next 2. Like, they need to learn how to catch, learn how to block, and learn how to run routes. Because you do that, Christian McCaffrey, you have Alvin Kamara, what's your boy on the Falcons?
Bijan Robinson.
No, the other one. That he started
Cordell
most
Patterson.
of this. Cordell Patterson. Like, you just got to learn how to do those things, because if not,
Definitely.
you're gonna find yourself out the league. Like, Saquon's a great running back, but he's probably not gonna get paid much money after this season. It's just when you traditional, you won't look at Zeke. He's on the Patriots. He got like 4 million, 2 million, something like that. So
Right, right.
Yeah, he got 6 million with
That's a good point
incentives.
too. That's a good point too, and it's obvious that you get paid off not only production but your injury clause as well because that's the lowest paid position. They take the most contact.
I gotta ask you
You
guys a
know,
question
I
because
tell my
this
son
was
to be a lineman. I tell him bulk up and be a lineman. They get paid way more than running backs.
They
No
do get
bullshit. They
paid
get
that's
paid
though.
way more than
They
running
do
backs,
get paid though.
I
You're right.
no, but
and they
depends on
last
which side
longer.
though. The blind side gets paid more
Left
though.
tackle,
Hmm.
big as hell.
So, but I have a question for you guys because somebody had mentioned this in the chat. They said without a running back, the quarterback ain't shit. How do you guys feel about that?
You
I
said
mean,
what?
I think that's half true. Truthfully speaking, because if you look at certain people like Tom Brady, I won't say he made every running back that was near him, but he damn near did. Like Corey Dillon on the Bengals was nice, and then he wanted out and went to go to a Super Bowl winning team. You knew him mainly because of Tom Brady, not because of himself. Uh, we still talk about Ramondre Stevenson because of what he did under Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. So I think it's
No,
a
what's the receiving one that won the last game for them? The last Super Bowl,
James
the
White. Yeah,
last Super
James
Bowl.
White, Super Bowl hero. And
Yeah,
he has a job in broadcasting now, you know what I'm saying? So
There you go.
I think it definitely depends on it
It
just
depends on the
depends on
team as
the
well.
team you play for. You know, like the Patriots guys are more utility guys, like we talk about. But then you have guys who stand out, like your Adrian Peterson, who can make any quarterback look good. Sean Alexander and Matt Hasselbeck were a great combination in the Super Bowl almost 20 years ago now. Uh,
Marshall
How
Falk.
about Derek?
Marshall,
How about Derrick Henry though?
Derrick Henry definitely. I won't say he made Tannehill, but he made the Titans' identity smash mouth football, and that's without question. And you can even link that back to the Eddie George days. It was run first, pass second.
Yes, yes,
So I
yep.
feel like there are certain running backs that are generational. Like I know people gonna get mad. CMC generational. I don't care how you look at it.
He is.
It's not a thought. Um, I would say Derrick Henry's generational. Nick Chubb. I would give those guys the generational tag because they're doing things that people before them have done, and then they made it a little bit better. Um, Certain people are gonna have good names, right? And then the rest of the way, there are going to be running backs that just fit the team, and that's it. DeMarco Murray comes to mind first. He was a great fit for them Cowboys, and the minute he left, he was complete ass. We never heard from the man again. I
I will
hate to
say
use Trent. I hate to use Trent Richardson as one, but he was
Oh
so
my
elite at
God.
Alabama, juking motherfuckers left and right. Hit the NFL and did not a damn thing but waste
What
money.
was the
terrible
white
ball
boy on the
carrier
Madden
vision.
cover? What was the
Peyton
Peyton
white boy
Hillis,
on the
Hillis.
Madden cover? Yeah.
another one, had hype and then disappeared out of nowhere. So like it's situational with running backs for
I
sure, man.
will
It's
say
situational.
that Derrick Henry is a good example of a running back that's going to play for a while because after he's done with these 1,200 yard seasons, 1,000 yard seasons, or whatever, he can make that transition to that third down back, third and short. He doesn't have to be a feature back.
He can be on
So
his Frank
a
Gore.
guy like a guy like him, he can play. Like Frank Gore is an excellent example of a running back that's a running back but can play a long time because of his
I, I,
production.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I don't think Derrick Henry lasts that long. I think Frank Gore is more comparison to Nick Chubb instead of Derrick Henry
I agree with
because
that. From
Nick
that,
Chubb
I agree with
is
that alone.
Nick Chubb will have the longer career than Derrick Henry, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like
And it's
Derrick
crazy
Henry
because
is
So
definitely
I agree
winding
with that.
down career wise. Um, Especially to the point where the Titans either got to use him or lose him, and this is like a use or lose year. You don't know if it's Willis or Levis yet. Tannehill is probably on the outs. You're not going to trade for Trey Lance. And we'll go ahead and move to our next topic there, thinking about that. The signings and situations going on in the NFL. Yesterday, it was announced Brock Purdy is the starter and Sam Darnold is QB2 in the 49ers quarterback room, leading to speculation that Trey Lance will be traded. But then Kyle Shanahan is now saying he stays on the Niners. OG, do you
because
think Trey Lance is getting traded for?
why
Mm.
would you trade somebody you traded for? Like you give up a lot of pieces. That's probably one of the worst trades. One of the worst trades. I always think of the when the who was it? The Saints traded for Ricky Williams, and they gave up
Yep.
all those draft picks. So it's kind of similar to that, even though you was getting a quarterback, not a halfback. But to know why Trey Lance didn't pan out, he got injured. I remember he got injured. Maybe this has something to do with his injury, but you got to give the kid time. You can't just rush him, especially with the pressure of Brock Purdy doing so good. Mentally, he's probably not even there. Mentally, he probably already felt he lost the job, and that's why he's not playing well. I think they should, if they do trade him, they should. So that way he get a fresh starter for everything. He gets to go compete somewhere where there's no pressure, and to say, hey, this man is already the guy, and you got to really be well to get the job. And that's what they did to him on the 49ers, which is why I think that mentally he didn't prepare for that. And he's still a kid. So what kid is going to really prepare for that on the big stage to say, I gotta compete with this guy who just killed the whole season to get a job? So yeah, I think they should trade him to a place where he can try to build himself, get his confidence back up, and he'll be all right. But just he needs to go somewhere just to build that confidence.
Yeah. A lot of young quarterbacks that have came into the league recently, whether it's Jalen Hurts, shoot, I'll go back to Carson Wentz, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff for that little bit. The thing about the young quarterback trend recently is they've been surrounded with crazy talent, and the play calling was phenomenal. Like they put these guys in a position to win. First off, like you said, Trey Lance got hurt. So that's a whole season that we had no production. So you can't really count that against them. And then he comes back, and like you said, he has to compete with Purdy, who was on fire. But what happens is they're going away from Trey Lance's style of play. And like you said, he's already gone because once you lose that quarterback position, man, you might as well go ahead and start booking different fucking area to live in or some shit.
I
Because
think the weirdest thing about the entire situation is that Kyle Shanahan is the direct reason he's not growing. It was noted that in some preseason plays when it was made for like Purdy or Darnold, the plays were focusing more on runs and play actions that made sense. Whereas with Trey Lance play calls, he put him in tougher situations to see how he would react, to see if his mental was ready to react to situations he wasn't comfortable with, which I think is a little bit unfair. I mean, yeah, you're in the NFL to be a quarterback. That's true. But the way they call plays for certain people is different than others, and you just got to call that as bullshit. That should not be a thing. Run your offense as your offense, not because of a specific quarterback to make one look better than the other. It's just corny. And then, I agree with OG. I do think he needs to be traded out. And if I had to trade him anywhere, Las Vegas still needs a quarterback.
Tennessee.
I don't think they pull it after drafting two quarterbacks too high, just like they did. But I think Jimmy G is not going to last that long. I think this is his only year in Vegas.
Agreed.
I think Trey Lance
that
will be
point.
the answer next year, truth be told.
Yeah.
Well, he can go to Detroit. He can go. I'm saying just to back up Detroit, get a little knowledge of Jared Goff, who's been through these situations. Get a little
And Teddy
knowledge of
Bridgewater's
him.
there now too as the backup, so that would be some real
Uh,
thing.
But do you want
Seahawks,
to
because
sit him that long?
no, he's young, so you could go still to the Seahawks. He could get mentored by Gino, who's also been through this situation.
There you
Like
go.
Hardest part
you
about
gotta
the
set him up.
Seahawks one, it would have to be outside of the Niners realm because they same division. And I'm not calling him Brett Favre, but for lack of a better example, when Favre left to the Jets and then went to the Vikings, it got to happen that way. They're not going to directly just let him go to the Seahawks.
I don't know. They might, man. Division trades happen a lot. Maybe not at the quarterback position. That's a bit extreme.
That's
but
why I'm
division
saying
trades happen often.
Another one that
the
makes
Vikings
sense as
getting
well.
TJ Hawkinson last year was crazy as hell.
I was gonna say Vikings. I was definitely gonna say Vikings for him too because again Kirk Cousins also been through that, backing up somebody and having to come up, and so those three places I think he can learn from those kind of quarterbacks. Or even the Broncos, he has to learn from somebody like that's a
Broncos
veteran.
is interesting
So
because
like he just needs to go somewhere he can learn.
yeah, and speaking on the Broncos definitely have a lot of injuries coming up now. Tim Patrick is out for the season, second year in a row. So their wide receiver room also got a little worse today. Jerry Jeudy, hamstring injury, is going to be out for a couple weeks. Week 1's in doubt. So Corey Davis just retired today, or yesterday rather. And now the Broncos need a wide receiver. I think talking to the Jets about that would be a nice thing. Another person who's on the outs right now, Denzel Mims. He got traded to the Lions, and then it just seems like he's not mentally there to play football at this point this season. And then N'Keal Harry got cut by the Vikings today, from a first-round pick by those Belichick Patriots, considered a bust at this point. So I think that they have some options out there. But the number 1 and 2 thing we obviously want to talk about with signings, Dalvin Cook goes to the Jets. Zeke goes to the Patriots. G, who got the better deal and why?
Um, Definitely Dalvin Cook because he's in a position to win with that offense. That offense is insane. We talking the cheat code now. We talking McCole Harmon. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers at the gun. You already had Bryce. Now you add Dalvin. On the other side, you still got what's my boy? Wilson.
Garrett. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, that offense is insane. We're talking about, I would say, if we want to do an average PPG, looking at their schedule, because I had them guys being one of the teams that's going to make the offs, and I'm looking at the schedule, I would give them about at least 24 points per game. And I don't even have to talk about their defense. They are missing a couple of spots, but for the most part, they got a run stopper. They have one elite shutdown corner, and all you got to do is put pressure on them. Cook may complain about touches. That's a good point. Cook may complain about touches.
I think that the hard part about Vail wanted Cook on the Patriots. Vail is a Patriots fan, which is why he picked Zeke in the first damn place. Let's get that clear. I don't know if he'll complain about touches only because he shared a room with Alexander Madison and Zeke and Wagner in Minnesota. I think he's okay with sharing. But OG, who do you think got the better end of the stick here? Was it Zeke or was it Cook?
Zeke.
Yeah, I like that.
I like Zeke on the Patriots because I mean, if he can learn that playbook, he'll be very fine. They needed a running back like him, even though they have great running backs. But it's just he's gonna fit so well with catching the ball. He can block as a running back, so he'll fit there, and then he won't have to he won't complain about touches. He'll preserve his career there as well with splitting the touches with all the running backs there, and he probably have the better season.
He gonna definitely have the better season, but I was basing it off team success. I mean, Dalvin Cook had 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He already proved himself. So we're talking about team success at this point.
You know what's even crazier?
The Patriots always a sleeper team, but let's be real here. I'm really looking at Aaron Rodgers and this Jets offense like this shit is insane.
Just to compare schedules through November, the Jets start off versus the Bills, at the Cowboys, versus the Patriots, versus the Chiefs, at the Broncos, versus the Eagles, at the Giants, which is still a home game, and then their first November game is versus the Chargers. That's their first 7 games.
That schedule is insane.
Which is when you look at the Patriots' first 7, we get a Super Bowl rematch of 2 times past. Eagles will visit the Patriots week 1. Then the Dolphins come into town. Then, Jets Patriots matchup 1. Patriots go visit Dallas week 4. Then they play New Orleans. They play the Raiders, the Bills, the Dolphins again, and then the Commanders is their first game in November. So I honestly think both of their schedules are equally as hard to start off.
I'm about to say that's just as tough.
I think both of their schedules are even in the beginning, but that's where it leaves,
to coaching.
The Bills should walk away a little bit only because their hard schedule doesn't happen to the back end, I think. And then the Dolphins, I mean, the thing is, they're not going to sleep on the Giants. The Giants just made that crazy trade today for Isaiah Simmons for a 7th round pick. The Cardinals are sellers. Apparently, they're trying to tank for Caleb Williams. And Kyler, who I think is the worst quarterback in the NFL as it stands, is probably on his way out of Arizona. So a little bit of spookiness happened today, man. OG, what do you make of the Isaiah Simmons to the Giants trade?
To become a first round 5th pick to get traded for a 7th, I would see that as fucking disrespectful. And if I'm Isaiah Simmons, I'm gonna ball the fuck out because that's disrespectful for Cardinals to trade for him for a 7th, not Giants to send a 7th. So I think he should go out there and ball out and prove them like you guys made a mistake, regardless of how you trending on your end to suck. Like to trade me for a 7th and devalue me like that, that's crazy.
He definitely gonna ball out on that young defense though.
Yeah, he's
definitely gonna ball out.
He's a switchblade at that, so that's the even crazier part. And then when you really think about it too, like the Giants have Mark Barron, Bobby Okereke came over from the Colts. So there's a lot of
Landon Collins position. He could be Landon Collins.
Yeah, and Landon Collins is still there too. That's why I meant not Mark Barron. Mark Barron been gone. I meant Landon Collins. Both Alabama guys. So yeah, like he's gonna learn from Landon, who's been doing this for almost 10 years now. which is very beautiful for the NFL. And then you got Dexter Lawrence up front. Kayvon Thibodeau is going against one of the best OTs in the game, Andrew Thomas, every single day. Leonard Williams is still there plugging up the middle with Dexter Lawrence. I really think it's
question. If you Giants, do you regret passing up on Parsons? Or did they pass? They passed up on Parsons, right? And got the other guy.
I can't remember. I don't. I have to go look. I definitely think and we can kind of segue into that draft. I wanted to bring this up. The 2021 NFL draft is looking like one of the best classes ever, as they've already, I think, amassed 16 Pro Bowls in just 2 seasons.
I got to look back on that one.
So when you look at it, number one, Trey Lance would be considered the worst pick, if not Zach Wilson. He was traded for 2 first-round picks. And then when you think about the 10 next picks after Trey Lance, and these guys have Pro Bowls in there, Kyle Pitts, Pro Bowler, Jamar Chase, Pro Bowler, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, Pro Bowler, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, who is arguably, if not the best corner in the NFL with Sauce Gardner, Pro Bowler, Devontae Smith, been to a Super Bowl, Justin Fields.
Better than Woolen?
Say what?
Justin Fields starting to show out.
Wait,
Justin
you said better
Fields-
than you said.
I said
second
Surtain
best
and
corner?
Sauce. I said Surtain and Sauce is 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B. I think you got a case for both of them to be 1A, 1B. That's where I'm at.
How about Woolen?
Woolen is good, but he's not on their level yet. He had a good season, good start. When you have a freak of nature who's 6'4", and he make highlight plays, kind of like Richard Sherman did. He's in the Sherman role now where he got to be consistent about it. And if he can be consistent about it, he'll start catching up to Jair, Marlon, Slay, and others like that. But I think I'll give Woolen top 10. I'll be nice.
Yo, you can keep going with that 2021 class all the way.
Bro,
to
and I'm not even done.
Fourth round.
When you think about it, Justin Fields, Michael Parsons is number 12. So when you look at it at all, the Niners could have had. They didn't need Pitts. Chase and Debo would have been crazy. Getting Sewell to go along with Trent Williams, you would have been able to protect your quarterback, and you wouldn't have needed to do anything. Surtain would have been amazing. Horn would have been amazing.
Also, Parsons would have been crazy.
Parsons would have made them elite, like off the top elite. Rashawn Slater's been hurt too much, but is a Pro Bowler. Would have still made them a little bit better. The only other first rounders from that made the Pro Bowl would be Mac Jones, Najee Harris. Still great names, no matter how you look at it.
Shout out to Najee.
So yeah, it's crazy to look like. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown's a Pro Bowler from the 4th round. Creed Humphrey, the center for the Chiefs, Super Bowl champion already. Speaking of him, Fitz, you're fucking crazy. Still gonna say that. I'm sorry. And then
We're gonna talk about that next.
One of my favorite guys in the league entirely, man. Talanoa Hufanga is a Pro Bowler from this draft, 5th round pick. So the Niners did get something, but Talanoa is nasty, man. He's a real good player.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you two-part question? The Philadelphia Eagles have the most pressure on them to win, correct?
No.
What was the question?
No.
The Philadelphia Eagles have the most pressure on them
Jets.
to win.
The New York Jets.
Over Philadelphia Eagles?
So
Wait,
Aaron
before you do that.
Rodgers-
Hold on,
Yeah.
before you do that, right? And the 2-part question is, because it's the second part, now does Jalen Hurts have a lot of pressure on him to make this team succeed?
Okay, so
And if he doesn't,
the first part of your question, the answer is no, because it's the New York Jets. The second part of your question, he does have pressure to succeed simply because he's a black man playing quarterback in the NFL. You can't escape that or change that any which way. Lamar, and I hate to change or narrative this at all, but I have
don't
to.
compare them. Don't
I'm
compare
not- I'm
them.
not
Don't
no,
do
no,
that.
No, it's not a comparison. It's not a comparison. It is simply saying they have pressure on them. It's not a comparison because
Bro was
other
ready.
dummies
He was
did
on
this already. Let me tell you why. Justin Fields has pressure to evolve as a passer because they did the same thing they did for Jalen Hurts. They gave him 2 solid, I ain't gonna say great, I'm gonna say solid wide receivers to accelerate his passing game. They gave him tight ends that could catch the ball. They gave him a receiving running back. They gave him everything he needs to succeed.
You can go.
I'm not saying the Bears are going to be great, and I'm also not saying the Eagles are going to fail. But when I speak on the Eagles not needing the most pressure, Aaron Rodgers has been chasing his own ghost for almost 10 years now.
Big fact.
It's always been, can he do it again? Can he get back to the big game? Can he not be a failure And can it not be his fault? Okay, you said they didn't get you wide receivers. The Jets got you 2 guys you previously had, and they got you a former guy for Patrick Mahomes. And you have an offensive rookie of the year. You're getting a running back who has now had 4 1,000-yard seasons, as well as a promising guy who tore his ACL in his rookie season. You have everything at your disposal and a defense. Is it not Aaron Rodgers? I think the Eagles' pressure is just Jalen Hurts himself. Whereas Aaron Rodgers consumes more energy than a Jalen Hurts does. That's why I think it's the Jets. You in New York is magnified when you in New York. It's magnified.
You know why I don't think it's just because it's not even like everything is Philadelphia. Philadelphia has to win. Philadelphia this, and they just went to a bowl. And not to blame it on Philadelphia, but Jalen Hurts, if he doesn't put it together, they're gonna crucify him. I'm not gonna bring race into it. I'm not gonna say because he's a black man, but they really gonna crucify him. And he has to get better himself as a quarterback because he did very well, and that's what's sad to say. Like he did very well, but he has to work on his mechanics still, even though from doing very well. But I think he has the most pressure. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to this shit like, hey, I'm an old ass man. I don't care. I care about this, but if I don't win, I don't win. Now Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, feels like he got a
That's so
chip on his
false.
shoulder.
That's so false.
I'm saying the way Aaron Rodgers carry himself. He's an arrogant prick that doesn't care about shit but himself.
He won that
If you know.
championship. He care about that shit.
But as far as Jalen Hurts going to the media and saying like, yeah, this is gonna fuel me and do this, I think the pressure's on Philadelphia, which is good because then it let my Chiefs go. You know what I'm saying? We don't get too much pressure. We could repeat easily again. You know.
Okay, well, since we're talking about my Eagles, might as well speak on my quarterback and say that there is no pressure on Hurts for the simple fact that he's ahead of schedule. Nobody even knew he was going to be as good as he was.
Correct.
Tebby, you did.
I agree.
He's ahead of schedule. So
which is why the pressure is on him to do better than what he did last season or equal that.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be equal, no question. I don't think he's going to get worse because he's gotten better in the off season, as is our team chemistry. So I don't believe.
What's the ceiling? What's the ceiling for your Eagles?
Our ceiling is
if you say anything below a Super Bowl is crazy. I swear to God, if you say
our
anything
ceiling
below
is definitely a Super Bowl, man. We're in those talks. We're finally in those talks every year. Like our ceiling is definitely a Super Bowl. But if we get to the conference championship and lose, that's not a bust season. Especially if Jalen Hurts had a great season. We had a great overall season as a team. And we didn't lose in a blowout. You're going to call that a failure? Getting all the way to the NFC Championship in the tough NFC?
Yeah, because y'all was supposed to lose to the 49ers. They didn't have no quarterback. They were playing with Debo at quarterback. Come on.
I mean,
Not
yeah, we
even
had
Debo.
Josh
Johnson. Josh Johnson was their quarterback, bro.
We had no game plan for that. Guys like that surprise you. Do you forget that Nick Foles won a Super Bowl? Like, guys that you don't game plan for will definitely surprise you, bro.
How you don't game plan for him when he played the latter back of that season? He played about 8 games and did very well. So yeah, I could have game planned. Yeah, I knew who y'all was playing. Brock Purdy, not Josh Johnson. Brock Purdy got hurt. Josh Johnson came in, did shit, and deep. It was just horrible.
Johnson
Brock
got hurt too.
It was cool. Hey, look, OG, bro, we got the bad game out the way, man. You get the bad game out the way, man. It's gonna happen.
I did. I mean, it was cute. Hurts fumble fucked y'all up for that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
I mean, and that's okay because I would take my quarterback fumbling trying to win the game though. I'll take that.
A fumble 6. He could
have. I know, right? He could have fumbled like my man's Cam Newton. Shout out Cam, and ran away from the ball to avoid contact. He could have done that.
Cam is way better than Jalen Hurts. We can't do that.
I mean, come on. I'm not saying Cam is trash.
I'm fucking with you.
One of my
I'm trying to find. I'm messing with you, bro. Hold on,
Cam is definitely a little overrated though. If I'm gonna keep it a bean, and that's my guy.
What?
We're gonna say that for next week. We're not gonna do that today.
Yeah, we're gonna save. Yeah, we can save it for next week.
About Cam though, Cam is now an avid Twitch, Kick, whatever you want to say. He streams on. I don't know if he streams on Kick or not, but he plays a lot of Madden. He's been talking about how Madden 24 is good or bad. But before we start this part, I kind of want to go back to what we talked about in the beginning a little bit. Bray Wyatt passed away earlier, and it has now been revealed when he caught COVID. earlier this year. It exacerbated some of his heart issues, and it
That's
kind
what
of
they
got to
playing with.
him,
I knew it.
and he had a massive heart attack, which is what led to his passing earlier today. So with COVID coming back in a stronger variant and form, if you have to go in hospitals or work around a lot of people, please do mask up. It is for the safety of you and other people. Um, yeah, that is, we talk about it again, even with the mental health, take your time off if you need to. Celebrities like this, they keep us going. So,
I
For real
I
though,
don't.
man.
I'm just upset that it has to be COVID involved because I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. Let's skip because COVID's uptick now, so everything got to be COVID. I'm saying rest in
yeah,
peace
and
to
Yeah,
he
him,
we
man.
caught,
should.
and the thing is, it was reported earlier in the year that he was dealing with an illness. So like, it was known that it was either COVID, pneumonia, or like the flu or something was dealing with his body. It was known. It's widely known by people who follow wrestling. Unfortunately, but for it to be COVID related, that caused a heart attack, and you lose that battle.
Rest in peace to him. That sucks, man.
Devastating, man. But on the greener pastures right now, we can continue to do is live, and honor people who move on to the next realm. We got to talk about Madden 24. We're currently about to get started with our next topic. We will bring up in a
Can we
little
speaking
bit.
of live? We speaking of live, right?
Oh Lord, here we go.
We living, right? OG's back.
Ladies and
OG's fucking
gentlemen,
back.
if you look at your screen right
OG's back.
now, tonight at 10
OG's
o'clock
back.
here on the channel,
OG's
No
back.
Meta, as I like to call him, because he's in my division with the 49ers, and Trey Lance on screen is probably going to be his quarterback. We are going to get Omega versus the returning OG Dottie Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. 10 p.m. here, week 1, game of the week. Will be live on Night Scream TV for some late night football action. OG, you are here on the podcast. You can go ahead and talk your trash because, you're visually here pretty much. Is it going to be easy?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say it feels good to be back. Even though it's with these Steelers, I hate the color, I hate the field, I hate the players. Yo, playing on this team, they feel like old as shit, and they could be young. It just feels like an
They
old ass
fits. He
fucking
coming
team.
for your entire existence.
But
But OG, your
Jesus
defense,
Christ.
your defense is
I
alright though.
am. Speaking of wearing black, I do have black on. I am gonna have black
I
on later. This is
I
the
was
shirt.
just about to say.
So I don't know
I'm
who
gonna need.
funeral it is, but I got my black
Oh
on. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
you know who Funeral is. Don't disrespect me like that. Anyway, I'm gonna need Ayo, Javelle, Solo Jones, and whoever else is his fucking people to pull up in black and write their eulogy for that man because he's dead tonight. What the fuck is you talking about?
Is he dead
Yeah.
tonight, bro?
He's going 12 feet, not even 6 feet. I'm gonna bury him twice. Fuck
Oh
out of
my,
here.
this guy here.
Good lord, good lord.
Yeah. And then I'm a dig him back up and put him back in. He's dead. Yeah. Put him on the screen. Yeah. Dylan Brooks, Undertaker. Put him on the screen. That's all that's gonna be going off tonight is the gongs because he's dead. I'm trying to be nice, but he
You
dead.
talking crazy? You about like go out there and get
All right.
smoked, bro.
With that being said, OG, continue to rant on about how you feel about Madden 24 thus far. I've heard you've been putting beats on people.
You know what? It's a cool game, as far as like, I mean, people gonna say it's the same or whatever, but a lot of stuff has been added that people don't agree with. But this is Madden. They've been trying, and when they try, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. So like, let's just roll with the punches. See where this game gets us. Actually, I'd rather have those type of problems than glitches that like 32-man glitches and stupid shit that doesn't help franchise. So with this helping out franchise a little bit, whether it be you do mini games for a dev or you have coaches that can give you plus speed and throw power, I think that's thoughtful at least. Give us something. With the you can relocate and stuff like that. It's bringing more to the franchise that we love and know. So yeah. So Madden 24 to me right now it's been a good game, and I hope it stays that way without the glitches and stuff.
G, what about you?
Oh man, I can go all day. To start off though, Madden is definitely a step in the right direction. If your quarterback is trash, you're gonna know it because anything over 15 yards is going to be probably inaccurate if it's kind of contested. So I love the improvements that they made to the game to differentiate the good guys from bad. Like you could tell the difference between playing with Mahomes and playing with somebody like Ryan Tannehill. Like you can really feel the difference in the throws, the speed of the throw, and all of that. So they definitely put a lot of work into the passing mechanics, and I do like that. I love that. The running mechanics are great. They're better than improvement. The blocking is an improvement, but um, I will say that this isn't really a issue for most people because they usually use the running back. But those guys in like superstar and stuff, um, the AI still doesn't take the best, for lack of a better term, trails when he's running.
Because you have to press A or X. You cannot hit stick. You hit stick, you dead.
Yeah, you cannot hit stick, but I do love the new wrap tackle because they're more secure and they make more sense because it's more, they go along the lines of weight detection. So the little guys go for the legs when they're tackling, the big guys go up top. They got this Bill Goldberg fucking spear.
Was
Come on, man.
how to say? That was
They got this
crazy.
fucking Bill Goldberg spear that you get hit. Anybody got hit with that spear yet? That you get hit with? Where they put your legs
Yeah,
on?
I got hit in practice by that shit
That's
by Bobby
that,
Wagner.
but that's not a
joint
Goldberg.
hilarious.
They still call it the Goldberg spear or Roman Reigns spear. Which one is it?
Man,
In
Goldberg. What are we
football, I still
talking
call
about?
it Goldberg. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, what are we talking about? Goldberg.
Nah, my bad. I went left. My fault.
Yeah, he's
But
like,
overall,
say that's crazy.
it does. It feels more like a football
Wait,
game.
G, you still play Madden?
Yeah, I be on Madden every day. I play Mud. I play Superstar. I do the showdown. I do everything.
Oh, you play Mud? Yeah, you a cheese. Get out of here.
I'm not though, bro. I'm
I ain't
not
lie,
though, bro.
I've been playing the solo stuff in Mud. I haven't played
Yeah,
like,
that's what
the
I'm
online
saying.
cheesy stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I've been doing like the battle, the little battles to get the cards and stuff. Like I've been doing
Yeah,
that.
bro.
the
I
solo
like
stuff.
card collecting though, bro. I like the art.
Yeah,
I like
I mean,
the
he played
graphic
my
behind
team,
it,
so
so.
like you shit, yeah, he gonna be playing that.
Yeah, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, let it be known live that Screamer's on Mud. And yeah, so if he start winning, we know why.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
you
You
not
go
winning
against
nothing
the
playing
cheesiest
on
of
rookie and
cheese.
all pro against the CPU. What am I learning?
You done fucked up. You said you on Mud, bro. It's a, they
I'm
on
not
your ass
playing
tonight.
I'm not playing online against dudes. I'm not playing online, so I don't care. They
Oh
can
my
take
God,
that and run with it if they
man,
fucking
Ricky,
want to.
please.
It doesn't fucking
Get
matter.
moving over.
But then moving on, speaking of Madden and things of that nature, we got to talk about any given Sunday. I have smoke for a lot of people with these horrible ass trades.
I need names. I need names.
You need names? Give me a second. I got the list right here because
Well, first off, we gotta talk about that stupid ass Fitz trade. Fitz traded Creed
no,
Humphreys.
no, it's right here.
Caleb.
Me and you were texting earlier and saying we want to talk about these
Yeah.
damn trades, and I told you which trades I'm talking about first. Okay, so the first trade I would like to discuss that really grinded my fucking gears. Fitz traded Creed Humphrey, 90 overall
What's his
center.
90. Oh my God.
90 overall center, Pro Bowl center for Caleb Farley, who's a 75 overall,
95
years old,
speed though.
and a future second. Wait, this is
I'd rather have.
French Fry had a 2% win percentage. You have Patrick Mahomes. You're gonna need offensive line. I'm telling you, when Fitz starts saying, "I ain't got no time," yeah, because you cared about a corner, you didn't need one.
I mean, he got like 95 speed though. I feel him.
Bro, that
Over O line, bro.
He's only doing that.
No,
He's doing
hell
that
no.
only because he had him last year and he went to a bowl and picked off like 4 passes against T. Hoyt. That's the only reason he did that.
That's his guy, bro. That's
Bro,
his guy.
I get it, but yo,
He
he
feel
has
like he can get rid
L'Jarius
of it with
Sneed.
Mahomes.
He has L'Jarius Sneed. He has Trent McDuffie. He has Justin Reed. He did not need a corner, bro. He had
Mahomes not gonna have a problem getting away from a D tackle though, bro. He plays center.
That's your center, though.
He's not
bro.
a left.
90.
He's not a
He
left
play-
tackle, left
Listen,
guard.
bro.
I respect all positions on the offensive line. They're very important. But I'm just saying, if I had to
all somebody
sacrifice
gotta do
one,
is play contain on him all day with a defensive tackle like a Buckner or a Dexter Lawrence and whip his ass. That's where
You
the
traded
fits
for
come
Caleb
from.
Farley?
me
You traded
personally,
Creed Humphreys for Caleb Farley?
hell no, I'm not doing it because I respect the offensive line too much. Hell no. But
what
I
I'm
can see why
saying.
he did it.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah,
Man.
but-
O-line
no, shout-
matters is Madden. That's all I'm saying, man.
Shout out to French Fry because he said, "Yo, you could build Farley good," and that's what got Fitz. He's like, "Yeah, I can. I'm trading this. I'm trading this." The finesse was
Bro.
there.
Selling
Yeah, I tried
dreams
to
is
get,
the
I tried to
American
get
way,
Jeff
bro.
Simmons off him. I tried to play him like he was dumb, 2% win percentage. Yeah, give me Jeff Simmons. You ain't gonna use him no way. Try to pull that. It didn't work. Another one that I actually think was very good. Chargers send, as OG called him, Max Dookie, a first rounder and a second rounder over for Marshawn Lattimore from Jim Jones. I think that's a good move for the cap-strapped Saints. They do have some young corners in Paulson Adebo and Alante Taylor you can build on your own. So Lattimore kind of is an odd man out as far as trying to move anything. Cam Jordan is way too old to move. It's not going to be worth it. And then you also got to look at the fact of the offense has Slant Boy is back. Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and then Alvin Kamara still is an X factor back in the game. And then Derek Carr's down there now, but he's going to use Max Dookie. So, and he got an extra first round, so there's that.
He could have got a lot more than Max Dookie for Lattimore. Like, I respect Jim, and I trust his moves that he makes on his team because the team got to be yours. So I trust his moves, but he could have got a lot more for Lattimore, not Max Dookie. Like, come on, that he's gonna be, he's not even he's gonna do one season and have somebody else after. So that trade is gonna be like kind of a free trade for Then you're giving him to the Chargers, who's gonna be fucking strapped on defense.
Yeah,
Like,
they're gonna be strapped with that pass rush. Now you got Lattimore,
J.C. Jackson, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and now Lattimore, and that
Duran. You forgot Duran. How you forgot Duran?
And that's why I'm saying the Fitz. Like,
hey, bro,
can run and pass.
Talking about
Fitz,
bro? You
like,
talking about press? I'm pressing all game.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I like
JC
that
Jackson
trade
might
for
get
Chargers
cooked,
because El Mel is very smart because his division, I'm not gonna. It's a competitive division, so you're gonna have Cooley and Fitz, so you have to strap up on defense. So that was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, if you had to pick,
for
that's a
El Mel.
win. That's a win for.
I think that makes him win that division. That trade right there. That trade right there. I think.
I mean, because who you throwing? I mean, who you throwing to? You got to be real crafty with your play calling. You know.
Well, because Fitz traded his center, so he traded his center, and then Chargers reloaded with a cornerback. So that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be real tough. I mean, shout out to Fitz. Fitz is a competitor. He's gonna ball
That's
regardless.
what I'm saying. I
But
don't know, bro.
that trade.
I don't
But
know.
then you got Patrick
Have
Mahomes.
to keep up with that, but that's gonna be
the.
the one to keep up with.
Yeah,
And
look.
speaking of Fitz, they play on Game of the Week tomorrow, so we're gonna see how his center fare well.
Yeah, so we got Fitz on Game of the Week tomorrow.
Oh yeah, following
Super
Fitz all
Bowl
season.
2, Super Bowl 2 for any given Sunday, Madden 23 was this matchup right here. It was T. Hoyt and those Baltimore Ravens, which would now be the Detroit Lions, going up against Fitz, who had the Arizona Cardinals, but now has the Creed Humphrey-less Kansas City Chiefs.
And an update on this graphic, he will not be using Jared Goff. He'll be using Hendon Hooker as his starting quarterback.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Let me move that off the screen.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
sorry. Excuse me. Can you say that again?
He's dead serious.
He's gonna use his starting quarterback is Hendon Hooker, not Goff.
T. Hoyt is not starting Jared Goff.
Not by default.
He is starting
by default. He wants to.
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, he said Hendon Hooker's his starter.
And people are still, with all due respect to T. Hoyt be beating my ass. He's a great runner. I think for game one,
He has Gibbs though. He has Gibbs.
I feel you, but to beat Fitz, you got to be able to score like Fitz, and you have to throw the ball to score like Fitz. I mean that with all due respect. I'm not saying Hooker is bad. I mean, 86 short, great. 86 speed, 90 throw power. Like, yeah, he gonna throw the ball short to speed man Jamison Williams and superstar Amon-Ra St. Brown the whole way. I mean, that's right. And that's read option offense. Okay, but Jared Goff has 97 short accuracy, 85 medium, and 81 deep. You want to get the ball to Jamison deep. 75 deep. I mean,
you want to get the ball Jameson as a slant or a drag, and he can outrun people. I mean,
that's true, but that's why Fitz went and traded for Farley for shit like that. I guess. We'll see tomorrow, 6:00. I
don't like that though, Hendon Hooker.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. He's building his quarterback. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think game one versus a Super Bowl champion caliber, a top 10 player, you can't take those kind of risks just yet.
It's two top 10 players though, because T. Hoyt himself is a top 10 player.
I agree. And we'll see tomorrow. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We're gonna see tomorrow. I ain't gonna dwell on it too much.
I'm in shock that you don't trust his ability to use.
I'm not saying I don't trust his ability, but if you ask the league on average, what do they see T. Hoyt as? They're gonna say a runner.
A runner, of course. That's why he can use that quarterback.
But
that's why he can use that quarterback.
Yeah, but you gotta pass to be able to beat. I'm just saying, you gotta pass to be able to beat Fitz. That's.
But you don't have to heave it down the field. You can pass effectively, 5-yard pass or stuff like that.
Exactly.
You don't have to heave it down the field. Just be effective with your offense. As long as you can run the ball effectively, you can win a game.
It's gonna be interesting, man.
So
I agree with.
You don't have to bomb it down the field.
Man.
Moving on. You don't
have to dart it down the field with 65.
We talk about OGs in quote unquote shitty play and trade. TJ Watt is leaving to go to Miami. For Jalen Phillips, Noah Inagbany, a first and a third. So, yeah. OG is back as the Steelers. Mo Juice is no longer in the league. He made his one player trade, which is TJ Watt because of contract and age. And he got back a great stud that's a pass rusher, a great safety or nickel corner in Inagbany. I love that trade for OG. I think OG won by miles.
We both won. We both won that
I
trade.
don't hate the trade for Try Hard because in his division, when you look at it, you got to beat Vail.
Win now.
You got to beat
Win
Smitty.
now.
And the Dolphins are a win now team. If I was Try Hard, I hate that and maybe I'm helping y'all and I don't mean to. If I was Try Hard, I would call T. Hoyt. If Jared Goff is available, he better than Tua. And
he needs that. Yeah.
The Dolphins are a quarterback away from competing in that division. I really, I genuinely mean that. You know what I'm saying? So,
but as good as people are, I don't mean to cut you off, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But as good as people are, Popeye made a good point. Like this Madden is gonna make every game interesting though, because the throwing mechanics are the same. You're not gonna get out here with your favorite quarterback. You gotta get out here with a scrub. Everybody ain't gonna have a Mahomes. And if you do got Mahomes, then you got to hope that your guy can catch the ball. I'm talking with these new Madden mechanics. You got every receiver getting the ball is coming out on the hit, right?
Yeah,
so
and that's
I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of
game.
surprises. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises in the league simply off of Madden itself, not even off of anybody's talent.
Yeah, don't do that. You're gonna give a lot of excuses for these fucks. Don't do that.
Hey, bro, I got to, bro.
No, we're not giving we're not giving nobody no fucking excuses. They're gonna lose because they're gonna fucking lose.
So
this
here's
game,
the thing, and I'm only saying this because somebody's gonna probably go trade for this man. It's not gonna be me, but somebody's gonna probably trade for this man. It only cost T. Hoyt $10 million to eat the penalty to trade Jared Goff, and he would save $15 million because Goff is on a 2-year contract. So if you need a quarterback, yeah, I would go to T. Hoyt probably. T. Hoyt might be your answer. And then Hooker is 25 years old. That's the reason. He's old as shit already. You've already hit your first threshold for development. It's going to be spooky. I'm going to leave it at that.
But
spooky.
Try Hard. I think that trade is great for Try Hard because it's great for both of us. As me, I wanted to shed a huge contract, get younger, get some picks because I can't look forward to this year. I only have one trade, so I can't make the team how I want it. My goal is never to fucking lose to SJM, Solo, and Omega. So that's my goal. So that's 5 games there. After that is whatever. But for Tryhard, his defense became spooky with that. He has Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, TJ Watt. It's a scary defense over there. And he didn't really give up much because if he wins the division, that first becomes shitty. He's not gonna miss Jalen Phillips, and that corner wasn't even gonna play on his team. So I think this is a good trade for him. And for me, I got younger on this old Steelers.
Yeah, but, Jalen Phillips is amazing. He's a great build.
And
I really do love that for you.
Hold on. I'm sorry though. I was determined to send him to the East because that Mr. Fourth Place, we ain't even gonna name him. His name is Mr.
You
Fourth
heard
Place.
me not say his name at all when I said competing for the AFC East.
Mr. Fourth Place got me tight. Mr. Fourth Place got me. I can't even reveal why he got me mad, but he got me mad, and I was determined to send TJ Watt to the East. It was either Vel, Smitty. Well, Smitty rather trades, but either Smell or try. I mean, Vel or try. I call him Smell. That's crazy.
If you would have traded to Smitty, you could have got Greg Rousseau, and that'd have been real. Greg Rousseau is 6'7". I know. I had him last year. He's elite. So Smitty gonna have fun. With whoever he plays. And moving on to a different trade now, getting off of that one. Another one that I wouldn't say was puzzling, but I would say that it was kind of questionable actually involves the Jets. He traded away Franklin Meyer.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Scream. I just want to apologize to Vel though. I didn't mean to do that to you. It wasn't because of you. It just got denied, so I went on to the next trade. I just want to make that clear. Sorry,
he
Scream.
just don't want them sanctions when they play. Yikes.
He could bring that shit. He's still not gonna win no fucking bowl. The fuck?
I mean, what was your original trade? Did you go over that already? The trade they're talking about?
Okay, so the original trade, I have insider info, not through OG. The original trade was Kyle Duggar, Jonathan Jones, I think a first and a second, and a future third for Deontay Johnson, who's a 27-year-old superstar wide receiver, and TJ Watt. Yeah, the only gripe I had with it was the Deontay Johnson and the first, second round pick part. I think everything else for TJ Watt was amazing. It was perfect.
Yeah,
Worked out on
because
both
TJ Watt,
sides.
you getting that trade off with age and all of that, but he's still elite. So
Yeah, and then
getting
you're
decent,
grabbing
yeah.
a corner to go along with Pat P and JPJ, Joey Porter Jr., and you're getting a safety to pair with Minka. I think that trade was elite.
But the Deontay Johnson was
I told Vel if I was on TC and it didn't have the Johnson in the picks, I would have okayed that ASAP. But I'm not on TC.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Johnson in the picks was too far. OG, I'm sorry, bro.
It was a good layered trade though. Now that we could trade 6 things, I just took the receiver out of it because it
took advantage of that shit ASAP.
Hey, I mean, Fitz hated it. Jay said bad consulting by Trent in the chat when it came to that trade. But then we have Jay's trade here for 2 younger players, which is really weird. John Franklin Myers, 26-year-old from the Jets, 83 overall, a second round pick from the Eagles that he required in a different trade we're going to talk about in a second. For Patrick Queen, 24-year-old star linebacker, 80 overall on a contract year, and David Ojabo, 21-year-old star outside linebacker pass rusher, who's a 71 overall. So Jay's going to get a builder in Ojabo out of Michigan. Patrick Queen, on the last year of his deal, was not going to get played behind Roquan Smith probably. But I think he needs all the pass rush he can have, and having to build somebody year one is not optimal. Considering he's the 4th best user in his division.
He's not a builder.
That's the other thing. I don't consider Jay a builder at all. I'm still upset he traded Tariq Woolen for a quarterback and then traded that quarterback just to not do anything with it. That still blows my mind. So yeah, I don't know where I stand on any of Jay's trades really, outside of they're all bad or I'm confused. Yeah. Especially this next one with Trent. He sent Mecole Hardman, Israel Abanikanda. I don't know why that. Okay. Jarek Bernard Converse, some random corner who probably just fast as hell. His third and second next year for Devontae Smith, Josh Sweat, and Fletcher Cox. So you added an old man who can't get to the quarterback or block shed. You sent out your speedy receiver for another star young guy to go with Garrett Wilson. I get that part of it. That made sense. So you now have Josh Sweat, Fletcher Cox, David Ojabo, and Quinnen Williams. I think keeping John Franklin Myers was better for Jay. Yeah.
That's a tough front, though.
It was tough already. He didn't, and then he still got Carl Lawson up there. Like he didn't really need to make any.
Hey, Uzman. It's a tough front with a weak ass user.
Hey, OG's on heads. Hey,
I'm gonna tell you though, bro, that helps. He ain't got to worry about pass coverage.
That shit though. There's some people that get the cheese and still don't win.
Jay had that same setup last year, bro, and was getting cookie booked, bro. So it's like it doesn't. And that's the part that like when you see the trades with Jay Omega and people that like are notoriously not winners or like that.
I like how he slid that in there. He said Jay and Omega because they both place.
But I said to Omega earlier because he.
I like how he slid that.
What was Weezy saying in the chat? He was like, "How y'all know Omega gonna lose?" I was like, "Bro, he was given the ultimate head start with the Eagles and the Browns."
Yeah.
And
keep going.
Going under 500 with the Eagles is crazy.
Keep going.
Hey, that's insane, bro.
And Omega was on the show last week or the last episode, so you know we trolled him for it, and we still troll him now because he has a lot to prove. He picked third.
Keep going.
Now your division is me, Bang, and Dunf, and people are putting you below Dunf is crazy. I'm sorry. Like,
shout out to my son Dunf. He's
Dunf
really
not
good.
ass, but for you to be under the Rams. It's just like that's just bad.
Hold on, is he running with Stafford?
Nobody knows. They say it's Stetson Bennett.
Nah. He got Bennett. He's
that's a good question now because that matters.
Georgia guy.
Hold on. He could be running with a punter and still be better than Omega, bro.
Oh my, come on, bro. Come on, bro. The nigga, what was doing? Like he better than King. He could be running with King, bro.
He could be running with King and still be better than Omega. Omega got 54 wins, bro. And they wanted him as best new user. Fuck out of here. We about to show why he wasn't the best new user at 2 hours. I'm gonna kill his ass.
He got voted best new user with 54
wins. 15
no,
away from that stream, folks.
The best ability is availability.
Hey, listen. One trade that was really interesting. I'm gonna let you get your shit off before the game.
Talking about. He said the best ability is availability. His whole division wasn't available. He was getting 4 wins.
But he was.
That's
That's what I'm
6.
saying.
Yo, come on. He wasn't playing still, bro. He was getting 4 wins.
Hey, bro.
These guys
bro,
are hilarious.
he won division because Moju's was gone. He got 1 win the whole year. SJM, had an unfortunate situation. I don't even know who the hell was his other opponent. Itchy quitting, and after that,
Itchy
it was,
quit,
it was
and then it
dead.
was Mike, who you were hyping up at first.
Yeah, because he was killing Omega. Like, come on.
And then
Shit
Mike choked the
crazy.
division away to Omega that last season. I mean, I'm gonna give Omega credit one
'Cause he-
time, and that's it.
Because he got 4 wins at the end. Come on, man, don't do that shit, man.
He came back on Mike. Mike was up like 20 points, and then Mike choked the game away. That was a division game.
Because Mike be drunk, bro. He's a grown frat boy. He's always drinking.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of frat boys,
on,
my
man.
guy Diesel, who OG's calling No Gas, and they're having beef now.
Yeah, no gas.
Traded
I ain't a
Saquon
producer.
Barkley and 5th round pick for Gabe Davis, Kyer Elam, and a current 2nd. I think the Giants are loading up to try to make a run in that tough division with Trent, with Portland. Itchy, hello, you're there. So now the Giants offense consists of Jalen Hyatt, Darius Slayton, Daniel Jones, Gabe Davis, and I can't remember who his running back is or who he traded for. He might have traded for a running back. I'm going to go look. And then defensively now you have Deontay Banks, the rookie corner, paired up with a young guy in Kyer Elam, who was a 1st round pick last year. I think it's going to be very interesting and very spooky to see what happens. And actually, he traded Darius Slayton for Tank Bigsby. That is who his running back is going to be starting out. So I think Trent and Diesel both have made a lot of trades that make sense for them. Portland traded Tony Pollard out to the Cardinals for Owen Popo, who's like a 92 speed MLB. So yeah, a lot of crazy.
I like
trades
that
out
one.
the way, man.
Shout out to TC though. Shout out to Diesel, Omega, T Hoyt, Portland, Fitz, and I think I'm forgetting one. Oh, and Money. Shout out to TC. Shout out to Trade
Yeah.
Committee. They're doing a great job.
Anytime you can get a 90-something overall, 90-something speed linebacker, that's elite, bro. To my cover and hash to hash.
Yeah, like elite.
He also got a
That's tough.
quarterback from the Browns.
Yeah, so he
that's
got
no
Dorian
gas-
Thompson
no gas.
Robinson from Solo. Solo made a trade. Crazy. I didn't think it was possible.
But yeah, no gas. He gonna be right with the J's and Omegas, 4th place.
You got the
But everybody
Commanders and
can't be
HB over
bad.
him?
Nah, yo, Usman, you gotta hear me. I'm gonna have 4th place shirts ready for these guys. Jay,
goodness.
Omega, and no gas. I'm gonna have no Omega on his shirt, no gas, and Jay is just gonna be Car Wreck Solutions because he don't even get a name. He not even gonna have a name on his shit.
RX
Car-
Solutions?
that's his business. It's gonna say 4th place.
Oh, I'm about to say where you get that name from, bro.
OG is on heads. Any final
OG,
thoughts
bro,
here?
can I-
So
Yes.
once again, just to give everybody a heads up on the schedule, release schedule is that they will advance here to the last week of the preseason in 15 minutes at 9 o'clock. At 10 p.m., the league will be advanced to week 1, and we will already have the first game of the week for the season, the kickoff game, which is Omega versus OG, which is right here on your screen. Please tune in here tonight at 10 o'clock for that one. And OG,
What that says though? What that says on the bottom? OG Dottie.
Yeah, OG
That's
Dottie
who I
say
am
he
on
back,
your
man.
channel.
With Kenny Pickett?
Hey,
With
OG
Kenny
Dottie
with Kenny
Johnson.
Pickett. With Kenny Pickett.
Kenny
With
Pick.
Kenny,
is
I'm gonna
George
be.
Pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you say that again? That's how it's gonna be.
Kenny picked the George pick. That's how it's gonna be. The pick boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, George Pickens
I
an
don't
animal,
throw
bro.
picks,
If you
I
don't get
throw
him a
picks.
1,000,
You
if
feel
you
me?
don't get George Pickens 1,000 yards and like 9 TDs, you ass.
Damn.
He getting that.
Damn.
He getting that. I put 5. He getting that.
I put 5 on it because my only thing is OG coming at everybody. I gotta know where this energy coming from. We gotta talk about you for a second.
It's cause I'm back.
What happened?
I'm back. Like
What he do?
Yeah.
What the hell? Anyways, shit got real
Take,
for a second.
yo, take the graphic off screen. They gotta see this. I'm back, baby. OG is back. Oh,
Take
listen,
the graphic off screen, bro.
I listen. I talk my shit. I talk my shit for real, and I back it. Pause. Like,
All I'm saying is, bro, what
there's
you?
certain users I know I can't. I'm gonna give a game, and I know I'm probably not gonna win. But when I'm gonna go up against somebody I could beat, it's lit. like the no megas, the nickels, the nickel dimes, the
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 nickel
the
dimes is
o
crazy.
the Olo Jones. He didn't even get his S. Like it's
Olo
good. Them guys,
Jones.
them guys. Yeah, it's lit. The monies, the French fries. Yeah, I'm not losing to those guys. Anybody else is gonna be fair game though. You know, I'm bring the comp
Shoot,
on the Jays. I forgot the Jays. He's the
OG is
Nays.
out
That's what we're
here,
gonna call him. The
man.
Nays.
So
His
are
name
you
is
just
Nay.
you want are you so basically what I'm asking is
What you asking? If I'm
are
tanking,
you
I'm on
on
demon time. I'm on demon time.
I didn't
Fuck
even
is
ask
you
the
talking
question,
about?
bro.
I'm on demon time, bro.
I wasn't gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, well, I guess yeah. Are you on demon time because you've been gone for a year, or is because everybody was talking greasy first? Like, what you got
I'm
going on, bro?
I'm always on
You got
demon
something to
time.
prove?
I'm always on demon time. They could tell you this. I was in the league 2 years ago. Demon time. Anybody that any no megas that's in my path. Demon time. Shit, lit. It's lit. Now no gas is on my list because I'm on demon time with him. I hope I play them fucking bum ass Giants this year too.
Hey,
You
who
know
Cause
got the
what?
I'm
Ravens?
on
We can
Who
demon
start
got
the
who got
time.
the
schedule right
Ravens?
quick. SJM.
Nickel dimes.
Huh?
No, we ain't
Call
calling him
him
that. His
nickel
name is
dimes.
Nickel Dime or Nickel Bags, whatever his name is. He's out there selling nickel
Nickel
bags.
bags
Get him
is
out of
crazy.
here.
OG's schedule. He has some notable
Disrespect.
matchups, and I'm that batting stance wasn't demon time. Okay, T Hoyt.
No, I bet T Hoy, I'm coming for you too. Then
All right,
coming for
so
you
Ain't
too.
going with his.
week 1 you play the 49ers in no mega. Week 2 you play Olo Jones. Week 4
2 and 0.
you play Say and C. Week
That's my guy.
5, weeks 5 you play Nickel Dimes as you call him.
That's 5-0. Keep going.
You play Cooley week 3. I ain't saying so yeah.
Oh no, that's my guy. He's quiet. He's cool.
You play French Fry. You play Money. Oh, you play the AFC South. Nice.
Yo, if I don't make the fucking playoffs, I'm sad.
You play.
Yeah, cause you talking crazy right now.
OG, you know what? OG plays the NFC West, which is me, and he plays the AFC South. So he play AO division. He plays AO. He plays me. He plays Omega. He plays Bang. Money. French Fry.
Hey. Right
He
now,
plays
hold on, I don't mean to cut you.
Hey, Scream. Hey, how many wins?
Who I play?
OG looking at? How
Who I
many
play?
wins
Who
you
I
looking
play?
at?
I'm gonna kill him too.
Oh,
Swear my son.
man.
That's on my son. I'm on demon time against Vel, that bum ass nigga.
How many
I
wins
swear
you
to
getting,
God,
OG?
all my life. Hold up. All my life. Put that fucking shit on the big screen too. Me and Vel. Cause man, that yeah, put him on the big screen. And then Omega's Broner, cause I'm about to beat his ass, and then Floyd Mayweather Ayo gonna get his ass beat too after that. I'm on demon time with these bum
OG
ass Steelers.
is talking crazy about this schedule. You play TikTok Trey Rob too.
Oh, fuck him. He's definitely gonna get these beats. Fuck that kid. Fuck him. He's forever fucked. Like, he snitched on me. He's forever fucked. Fuck that kid. He's lit. I'm
He's telling
killing
you,
it.
bro.
This crazy.
Bro, did he tell on you?
He snitched on me. He's a bitch. I beat him in
Hey,
playoffs. He snitched.
OG
He's dead
schedule
forever.
is crazy, y'all. I'm just telling y'all right now.
Hey, Scream. How many wins, bro? How many wins OG getting this season?
I
Yo,
ain't got
fuck
nothing
the
to-
wins. I'm going to playoffs. I'm second place playoffs. That's what we doing. 'Cause I know I'm not being my son Greg. That's crazy. He's a fucking verge. Like, he's in the crib practicing every day. I'm not doing that.
On
So second place. Yeah, I don't know what if it's on money. I ain't gonna do that against
that
my
is
man, but
hilarious, man.
They say get a quarterback. Hey,
yeah,
bro,
so-
yeah, you
so
do got
OG
Kenny Pickett. I keep
schedule-
forgetting you got Kenny Pickett though. Like,
OG schedule is crazy. It's gonna be a lot of game of the weeks out of nowhere, man. Yo, we gotta clip this, put it on the Instagram so people can come watch the
put
live.
it, cause
And then,
Dottie is coming every game. Dottie
no
is coming
pause?
every game.
No pause. Hey, he ain't pause.
Whoa.
All right. So what we'll do at the bottom of the screen, if you already don't follow us over there on Instagram, AGS_OJ on Instagram, and then the YouTube is right there as well. Sunday OJ AGS, and if you look in the chat, the link to both of those are right there in the chat for you guys to click on and go follow both the channels. Make sure you like some of those episodes. This episode here that was today will come out tomorrow morning. And JaVale just said, put 100 on it, you gonna beat me.
When that week come, we can put whatever you want, bro.
whoa, pause.
You can put whatever you want.
Well,
I like Vel though. But listen, me and Vel got serious Madden beef. Like the Madden beef is serious, but like outside of that, he's a cool dude. Like I'm
No,
legit
no,
with him.
bump that
He's
cool
cool.
dude. Keep that energy, bro.
No,
I
no,
want to hear that.
I'm not. Nah, I'm
Madden
talking
beef.
about. Nah. I
Madden
gotta
beef.
make. I gotta make sure these motherfuckers know it's Madden beef because I don't want nobody thinking I'm picking on them. And
Oh
nothing like
no,
I'm
it's
being a
definitely. Oh
bully.
yeah, everybody should know it's definitely always the Madden beef. For sure.
This is strictly just Madden and shit. I'm talking shit strictly Madden. I love y'all as people and shit like that, but strictly
Well,
Madden, motherfucker, Madden. Yeah, I'm killing you. Yo, that whole circle I'm killing. The whole circle. Solo, Omega, Ao, and Vel. That's a circle right there. I'm killing all of them. My shit going 360 on all of them. Yeah, it's rap.
my man said he going
Everybody dying.
360 like waves. Good lord.
Everybody dying. Everybody dying.
My man
Yeah,
said
I'm
he's
gonna
going
have to
360 like
I'm
the
gonna have to catch
waves.
that game. I'm gonna have to catch
I
that
am-
game, man. Hey,
Yo,
Scream, run
catch-
it back again. When that game gonna be live again?
At 10
it's
o'clock, bro.
It's like a week 15 game for
He talking about me and
OG.
Omega. He got
Now,
roll
I'm
up
talking
blunt
about
right
day
now.
one because I want to see how he coming out the gates at 10
Tonight.
p.m.
At 10
Roll that.
PM. Tonight.
Yo,
at
we
10
rolling. We
PM.
smoking on Omegas tonight. That's what
Get
we
your
doing.
popcorn ready.
Uzman. Yo, Uzman, we smoking on Omegas. Get your shit
Hey, bro,
ready.
I'm gonna
Smoke
be
on
watching,
Omegas.
bro. My popcorn ready, bro.
On Omegas is so fucking crazy, bro. Like OG is talking shit.
Oh yeah, my popcorn ready, bro. That's all I know.
Hey, OG
Get
is
your-
talking shit. Like
Hey, OG, bro. Like I said, bro. George Pickens, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. Kenny Pickett.
we rolling Omegas and we smoking them tonight. That's what we doing.
I need 2
No-
from George tonight. I need him coming out the
Jesus
gate
Christ.
like fucking offensive player of the year energy.
Yo,
OG
we gonna
is
get that energy.
talking
Demon time.
crazy.
Put your purple devils up right now. It's demon time right now. Yeah.
Is he?
You know what I'm gonna do?
He getting the chickens, bro.
Nah, I'm about to get a Steelers logo and put the devil horns on it because that's the time I'm on. It's a wrap. Yeah, it's lit.
Wow.
It's lit. And
OG
yo,
is talking
yo,
crazy.
Yeah, like this energy because I'm back, baby.
man. Hey,
Does the chat like this? The chat probably going. They probably talking shit about me. I don't care though. T Hoy said, "Put the camera on. I need to put my beard on there." And shit. He's just coming at my beard.
He said you got the Hoyos, huh? If you know, you know. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is that?
Ass bang. That should tell you all you need to know right there.
Oh, he said he's calling me. See, that's racist.
No,
Caught the man
Hey,
racist
look,
on.
I don't be staring at your smile, bro, but you ain't got bad teeth, man. All right? Your teeth ain't bad. Don't do that, man.
Nah, my bad. It was a
Niggas say, I
joke,
don't be
fellas.
staring at the smile, but
It was a joke, fellas. It was a joke.
You ain't got
like I
bad
don't be
teeth,
staring.
man.
I can't
get
play like
over
that.
it, bro.
I forgot it's a cancel coach out there.
Yeah, bro, you got to be careful, bro. Like, you see how they did
Yeah,
your
you
boy.
be getting text off text apps. You def gotta chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta relax, man. Sky OG,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, big OG. He said he sound like Mike Tyson. I am crying. Jared Goff to George Pickens. Hey, T Hoy, I vouch for you to trade Jared Goff to somebody.
Yo,
who's
chill, Scream. I'm in the DM, chill, Scream.
Oh, my bad. He came in the chat with it, not me. He came in the chat. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He came in the chat with it. I'm leaving it there. I don't know what I can give out for you attending Sunday OJ Live. I do have a list of you guys who came out and chatted and talked with us.
You know what you could give them. Whoever's in here get 5.
Okay, so we've been changing the system to go away from wager points and do more team selection things because y'all
That's what I'm
complain. Y'all don't
They
come
get a
talk
team
in the
selection.
chat and the chat activity. So it's an engagement thing. If you came to the chat today and commented and engaged with us, 10 team
points,
selection
10
points are going to be added to your name for Madden 25. You heard it here first. Any final thoughts, Uzman?
Nah, man. I just hope OG come with that energy. Though. That's all I'm saying. I'm still on.
I'm here. The energy's here, bro. It's
I
here,
ain't
bro.
gonna ask
And
his
listen.
final thoughts. He already snap, and then Omega just came. and said, OG,
Other than that, final thoughts, man. Again, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, man.
Yeah, massive heart attack.
Shout out. Shout out.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, of course. Shout out D Wade, Pau Gasol, T Park.
How you just bounce around like that?
Bro, I'm just that's me though, bro. I be everywhere. That's why you got to fuck with the boy. But check this out, though, for real though. Rest in peace, OG tonight when he take that in.
Wow.
You need to get on
Okay.
camera, bro. Like
Yo,
the
matter of
Breakfast
fact-
Club on BET now, bro. You can get on camera and on Twitch.
Time out.
That's
You
all
want to
I'm
load up?
saying.
You want to load up before I beat his ass? I beat your ass.
Madden,
Bro, you
Madden's
wanna- you
cosplay.
wanna get it?
Madden's
I'm a boy
cosplay.
show.
I mean,
Hey.
Madden cosplay. Y'all talking crazy. Madden
Ew,
cosplay.
you admit. I'll beat his ass too. Shit, man, I
I
used
don't
to
know,
beat your
bro.
ass. I used to beat your ass back in the day. Like, fuck is you talking about? I was killing you when you had them bum ass Ravens.
No, you
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, I wasn't. Oh my
You
god.
I'm gonna let
wasn't,
them
bro.
argue off air. We thank y'all for coming out to Sunday OJ Live, man. Again, this episode will be on YouTube tomorrow morning, like 10 a.m. or something like that. We got to get all the stuff together. My man just
I like
yelled
the
newsman in the entire everything. I don't know what the fuck is going on. OG gotta be drunk because I ain't even my channel point, my sensu beans to take a shot is not on. So he drinking on his own terms. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
yeah. I'm drinking some Bronx Brewery. Bronx Brewery. This shit lit.
Oh yeah, he about to throw like 8 picks. Hey, look, y'all about to hear me say spooky. Look, look, the ooh spooky is coming up on the screen tonight. I'm telling y'all now. I already know,
What?
man.
Hey, yo, go ahead.
Hey, look, we'll get y'all predictions in the chat later. Who gonna win Omega versus OG? That way you can get some more sensu beans and do more things in the chat. And if you engage, we'll see you guys at 10 o'clock, man. Peace out.
And I should be on the stream just to talk to y'all.
Just to
Beating
talk,
his
you hear that,
ass.
man? He wilding. Oh Lord.